Hello, I'm Professor Stinky, and I'm going to do a review of an actor's work, Chapter 15, the Supertask Throughaction. The Supertask of a writer's work. The Supertask is a writer's thoughts, feelings, and living dreams. We need an emotional supertask that arouses our whole nature. We need a supertask of our own will or choosing. We need every supertask which stimulates the inner drives, the elements, as we need bread and nourishment. You must look for the supertask not only in the role, but also in the heart and the mind of the actor. Every actor playing the role must accept the same supertask. It can resonate differently with each actor. It should resonate with you, the actor, but not diverge from the author's idea. A show will have the same supertask. For example, I want to strive. But each actor can adapt what they feel has a stronger emphasis to them. I want to strive for companionship. Or I want to strive for the love of my country. Whichever you choose can create a greater inner meaning of both the character and the show. If we look at Hamlet, for example, it's the supertask that you are portraying. I want to honor my father's memory. I want to understand the secrets of existence. Or even, I want to save mankind. The naming of the supertask is an extremely important factor in our creative work, and the technique we use in it, and gives sense and direction to all our efforts. The supertask should be fixed in the actor's personality, his imagination, his thoughts, his feelings, as firmly as possible. The supertask should remind him ceaselessly of the inner life of the role and the goal of the creative work. The throughaction of the actor/role. For an actor, the throughaction is the direct extension of the dynamic of the inner drives that have their origin in the mind, will, and creative feeling of the actor. The throughaction brings everything together, strings all the elements together like a thread through unconnected beads, and points them towards the common supertask. If you do not use the throughaction and supertask, then you will fail as a performer. If you play without throughaction, it means that your actions are not in accord with the given circumstances. In the magic if, it means you are not bringing your own nature, your subconscious, into your character's work. You are not forming the life of the human spirit, of the role, and that is what the main goal and the fundamentals of acting require. There is no system without them. It means that you were not creating on stage, but merely doing individual, entirely unrelated exercises according to the system. They are fine in class at school, but not in a performance. You forget that these exercises and everything else about the system are needed. First and foremost, the throughaction and the supertask. That is why the individual bits in your role, beautiful as they may be, make no impression and are not satisfying as a whole. You are breaking a statue of Apollo into bits and showing each of them separately. Fragments will hardly capture an audience. The throughaction needs to continue to go in the same direction. Otherwise, there will be no clear supertask. If the throughaction goes in different directions throughout the show, then the Supertask is destroyed. However, they must emerge together organically. You should not be forcing the Throughaction. It should happen naturally. The Supertask and Throughaction are the most important thing of the show. If there is no Supertask and no Throughaction, there is nothing for the cast and character to do. If there is Throughaction, then there also has to be counter Throughaction, where they will meet up for the Supertask. It is important that we follow the Throughaction and not counter Throughaction. Otherwise, we will not be headed towards the Supertask, but instead headed against it. You don't want to be a canker on a beautiful body. It cripples the Supertask, and it no longer is alluring or attractive. It now angers and irritates.